Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Rams and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers. For Cam Akers. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Out of the gun. Gone. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So certainly not the start thing we're looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Gone. Man, open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Los Angeles.
On 1st and 10, Gone. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Gone. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That one complete to Joe Reed. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Joe Reed. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Michael Badgley to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Connection made here, Goff to Higbee. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
2nd and 6 at the 42-yard.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And all the way to the opposite 48. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 49 yards on the ground. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Will give this one to Eckler. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 34 yards to gain that time, another first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Joe Reed with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Jerry Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerry Tillery. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third and long. It's gone. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do that. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 58 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own 25.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That'll be caught by Cup. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Akers. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Down behind the line.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try.
Robert Woods. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Here's Herbert. We'll get that complete to Reed. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Joe Reed on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from the ball. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Number 23.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, it's King. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
The ball carrier.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Now it's Herbert.
At the
17. His throw incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken right at the 35. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Got a man, that's Quinn. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. Going up top for Kupp. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
On the coverage.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's in for the touchdown. Final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert?
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Rams 7.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he hits him in stride. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Allen! A big play there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. As his guys continue to pour it on, and he puts it through.
Makes the score.
And when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, I'm just sitting back in my chair. Let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
The ball carrier.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
The 48-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them. Provided a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
No gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
To throw is Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. 11 yards there, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Goff. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. As they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run here with Akers. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. At the 2.
They'll look to run with Akers. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Touchdown.
Cam Akers hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are in for 6.
The kick is good.
And his kick is right through. That time a 9-play drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
From down near his goal line here, Herbert. And from right side here, complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 80 yards.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt is minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Gone. They'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here, Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 54 yards. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 13 yards out. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just 1 shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Goff on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Quinn. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Now Goff on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again is gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. And pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Chargers 55.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. They were probably just looking for a couple yards of breathing room, snapping the ball at their own 2. Well, they got a lot of breathing room.
And even knowing that offenses are as aggressive as they are now in the NFL, you still expect them to run the football in that situation. Why weren't they ready? Instead, it turns into a monster game and gets them way from the shadow of their own end zone.
And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On first down, gone. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's gone. The crossing route complete. It's Quinn. And he's taken down inside the 30. To the air again. Gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, Goff. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
Credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the...
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
Chargers offense back onto the field.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them,
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kenneth Murray racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, here's Goff. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. He's at the 30, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down, but congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
And you've got to imagine the celebration is already well underway. Smiles on that sideline. Still a little time left, but 16-0 appears to almost be a certainty now. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Fires one that's intercepted.